Hello friends, hope you're doing well. My name is Kristina and this is my channel, The Daydreamer Plans. And today I thought that I would just go through my pen pouch with you. It's got some fun things in here, I think anyway. And yeah, so let's get into it. First thing I want to mention is obviously the bag or pouch or whatever you want to call this. This had come in a simply gilded sub box. Let's see, I think it was, and I happen to have the box sitting here because I love it so much. The iridescent ink box. I didn't know what I was going to do with it at first, and then I was like, oh well, I need a new pen pouch anyway. The one that I had been using before this, and I'm just showing you this because I want you to start thinking outside the box. This is from the Body Shop. I got it just before Christmas. They were having like this really neat deal where you could buy a whole bunch of samples, and it came in this pouch, and it was the perfect size for pens. And it opens kind of nicely, as you can see. So I used this for the longest time until I realized, well, it's got Christmas trees all over it. I should probably try something else. But you don't need anything fancy. This is my point. I'm pretty sure if you looked around hard enough, you'd be able to find something, you know, like a subscription, like the makeup subscription things, like Ipsy. Ipsy has all sorts of bags every month, right? So, you know, that's my PSA for today. Don't feel like you need to go buy those super expensive Japanese pen pouches. Use what you got. So I'll set that aside. Simply Gilded. Side note, I have officially unsubscribed from the sub box just because I'm overflowing. I am overflowing. All right, so the first thing I have here, this is another sub box item. This is a pen sleeve, and I keep my favorite brush pens in here. So this one is the Pentel Fuday Touch. It is it's black with like a sparkly barrel, but it's not a sparkly ink. It's just your typical black ink with a small brush nib on there. It is it's not my favorite, but it's pretty good. And then I have the Tombow Calligraphy Pen. This is Funosuke? And I forget what the green one is, if it's the hard or soft nib. My other one got destroyed by my 16-month-old, so, and I haven't gotten around to repurchasing another one, but these are really good. Once you break them in, you do have to break them in, and that's something that I didn't realize at first. Actually, you have to kind of break in all of them. I was really struggling at first, and then once I realized you got to break in that nib a little bit, it was much easier. This one it says Pilot on it, and I'm not sure if it has an actual name after that because it's all in Japanese, I believe. I got this from Jet Pens. I will try and find a link to it, but it is, let me get a close-up of this. This has the tiniest brush nib ever. So as you can see here, that is just a really tiny brush nib, or brush. Yeah, I guess we would still call it a pen or nib, but I really like this one if I am trying to brush letter in a really small space. So I'll try and put in an example, but if you guys want to see me like testing these all out, that should really be its own separate video. So this is by Pilot, and it's a good pen. I'll do a really quick side-by-side comparison here for you. But this is the Tombow, the Fuday Touch, and that Pilot. So these two nibs, they look pretty similar, don't they? Now, here is my Marvy Ushida the Pen Flex. I originally only bought one of these in the peppermint, and it has a really tiny nib on that one too, and I loved it so much that I went ahead and I bought a whole pack, and I got the pastel pack. And then there is another one which is I think they call it the primary set, and I'll probably get that one next because it has a black and a gray in it. But I use these all the time. They are beautiful, and they're just so easy to control, and that's why I love them so much. So I will definitely have a link down below. You should pick these up immediately. They're so good. They're so good. All right, so there's a lot to unpack here. I did not go through this before I started filming because I wanted you to see how it really looks all the time. Like this is really how it is. I have 2 cards. Neither have ever been loaded. I just keep them in here because I use these as my washi cutters. And if I'm doing vinyls, I use these to kind of burnish. So that's why these are in here. I don't know why I have 2, but I do. This here is an amazing little piece of technology. It is a Tombow Mono 2-way correction tape, and then it also has an eraser. So I don't know if the eraser can be replenished, but I do know that the whiteout part, or the correction tape, can be, and I have already purchased a refill for it. I absolutely love this. I use it not all the time, but whenever I have a larger mistake, this is what I use. I have my frictions. So these are what I use in my jib and techo because I mess up in it a lot. And I want to be able to erase, and I want to use ink, not pencil. So these are the frictions. This is the Friction Ball Slim, which is a 0.38. I have it in purple and black. And I mostly use the black, but if I have a colorful spread in my jibbin, then I'll use the purple. But these are an absolute staple in my collection, and yes, I have already purchased replacements. And I bought these from the Tokyo Pen Shop, and that's where I bought this one too, was the Tokyo Pen Shop. I do really try to support small businesses over the big boys. So I say that knowing that I'm putting Amazon links down below, but that's also because not everybody has the accessibility. So Amazon is basically everywhere. All right, so this is my high-tech C Coletto. This has 5 spaces, but I'm only using 4. I have a pencil, a pastel purple, pink with like the clover leaf, and then just black. And I actually do not use this as much as I thought I would. The idea of it is pretty cool, but in reality, yeah, I just don't use it that much. I probably use the pencil the most out of all of these. And I do like how thin these write because they're all 0.4s, but honestly, I do not reach for this very much. And I purchased this specific barrel on eBay because I just don't like any of the Coletto designs right now. They're all really, like, I don't know, not me. So I did find this one on eBay. eBay is a great resource for stuff that's out of design. This is one of my fountain pens. This is hands down my current favorite. It is my Platinum Placer. I've had other Platinums, the Platinum Preppies before, and they're like butter. All right, these nibs are exceptional for what you pay. So I did upgrade from Preppy to the Placer. It is just a regular cap. It is not like a twist off. And it's still, oh man, how much is this? I'd have to look, but it was definitely less than 15. And it feels good. It feels good, even though it kind of looks cheap from like here up. But the nib is amazing. I have it in the fine, and it keeps ink really well. It doesn't dry up. Like some of my fancier fountain pens, like the ink dries up immediately because it's not well sealed. But this one, it keeps it really well. So, and I do have a platinum converter in there. So highly, highly recommend. And I got this from Goulet Pens. These are my little tweezers. I don't remember where I got these. I'll try, it's from Etsy. I'll try and remember the shop name. And here are the little caps. But I use this not as much as I thought I would, because frankly I forget about it, but when I do remember to use it, it's really nice to make sure that you're setting your stickers down straight, because these fingers always mess up. I have 2 rolls of washi in here. That's not normal. I don't normally have washi in here, but these just came in the Simply Gilded box, and they're the only 2 I'm going to keep. I don't know what I'm going to do with the rest of the box, if I'm going to sell it or gift it, but yeah. So they're just kind of chilling in here waiting for their forever home, because I have to reorganize my washi. Yay. This is I forget the word, but this is for vinyls when you have to burnish. So technically I wouldn't really need to use these anymore. I keep that in there. I have some sticky notes from Lauren Phelps Designs. I was doodling while I was talking on the phone. Does anyone else do that? Like while you're talking to your mom on the phone, you just kind of like write down what they're saying or what you're saying absent-mindedly. I totally do that. So that's these. They're really cute. Again, Lauren Phelps Designs. This is my TWSBI Eco. It's the all clear one. I don't like, I realize that it's like an unpopular opinion, but I don't really like the colored translucent editions that they have. Like, I just think it looks, you know what, I won't even finish that. It's not for me. So this one writes really well. I just don't like the ink that's in it. And this ink has been in there ever since I bought it, like almost 2 years ago, and it has not dried up. It is amazing how well sealed this is for a $30 pen. I purchased this from Goulet Pens. Honestly, I should use this one more than the Placer, but this is inked up in my favorite ink and this one's not. So, you know, if you want me to be honest. But, and it needs a good cleaning inside that cap, but it's a beautiful, beautiful pen for $30. Highly recommend. Yeah, this is a good one. And I keep it in here. I keep all my good pens in here so that my 16-month-old can't get to them. Here I have part of a zig. I don't know where the other part is. It's kind of weird. I bet he put it in there. I have a random key ring that needs to get thrown away. This is exciting. Okay, so I use this all the time. My Sarasa Mark-On. These can be really hard to find sometimes because they're so dang popular, but you can, you can use a highlighter over them with absolutely no smearing, which is so important to me since I do a lot of that in my planner. So I do use this one a lot. as in every single day. And then here's my Sarasa Dry, which is my other favorite. Yeah, I mean, it really is dry. It dries uber quickly. However, it smears if you try to use a mild liner on it. So I use this one just for like jotting down notes and stuff. But Sarasas are so good. They are really truly worth the hype. And I purchased both of these from Jet Pens. And then here is my Pentel Sparkle Pop. I had the purple one that I'd gotten from Simply Gilded, but again, baby got to it and destroyed it. I was so upset. So I went to Michael's and they had the blue one, and that's cool. I like this one. These are so much fun to write with, but they don't, I actually have problems with it sometimes. You kind of have to like swirl it on paper, you know, like when I say swirl, like go like this to get it going, like warmed up, because otherwise it can be finicky. Like just now it was kind of yeah, it's not very good. So you kind of have to get it going. Now it's going. And it has this one's blue with like these aquamarine speckles. Love it. So it's not the purple. Purple's my favorite, but I still use this one in my orders. I don't unfortunately use it in my planner because it will bleed right through the paper. When we're coming to the end here, I have this little teardrop clip. I'll hold it over here. These are so essential. So essential. Highly, highly recommend these as like little page flags. They don't really leave marks in your planner, and they're just so dang cute. So I'm not, like, some people are really into tabs. I love the idea of tabs, but I just never do it. So I just use these instead. Yeah, I guess I'm more of a hardware person. This is my Moonman S1. It is a beautiful pen in this like acrylic purple. It says Moonman right here. Let me. Boy, it's a really great cast day, so my lens is having a hard time. But it's probably one of the most, it is, not probably, it is the most beautiful nib that I own. It's gold, and it's got all this like beautiful filigree stuff going on. It writes very nicely. My one complaint, and this is a major complaint, okay? It will dry up in a matter of days. Days. It is so annoying. It is not well sealed at all. So my recommendation, if you get one of these, is do not fill up your whole cartridge and then write with it, unless you plan on doing like a lot of writing within the next day or two. I would only put a little bit of ink in it. I've lost so much ink, and I don't know why. It just must not be very well sealed, and it's just getting too much air. But I keep it around because it's just a beautiful pen to look at. And it is so nice to write with. This is such a good nib. And I paid probably about $22 for it on AliExpress. Moonman's, they're not terribly expensive. They can be, depending on which one you get, but this one, like I said, it wasn't very expensive. And yeah, just as long as you know going into it that you're going to have, you know, ink drying up, I think that will be half the battle for you if you want to get one of these. But very pretty. They have a lot of really, really, really good designs. I'm rather impressed. Okay, and then this is the last one. This is my newest fountain pen that I have purchased. I have been wanting a sailor for a long time. specifically the Pro Gear Slim, but they're so dang expensive. So when I saw this one on Amazon for, let's see here, I think $35, I thought, well, dang, I can do that. So I purchased it. It came with 2 cartridges. It does, so it is a nice like screw off top. I did like a whole unboxing of it. I'll link it at the top here. It's the cool. There is one more that I know of that's more of like a pearl shade. So not pink. And then this screws off again. And then here I just have the Sailor cartridge that came with it. Because I believe it is a proprietary cartridge. I don't think it takes standard. And it's holding ink very well. It's not drying up, so it stays sealed. My only complaint with this is that ink manages to get everywhere inside the cap, and because it's kind of translucent, it always has this cast to it right around here where the ink, oh, and there too. So I'm forever getting in there with a Q-tip. And then my other problem with it is it's actually not that smooth. It's not that smooth of a writer. There's a lot of feedback. So, but you don't have to like, you know, oh my gosh, my camera. You don't have to swirl it to get it going. Like it will write as soon as you get it out. So that part's impressive, and it is a very pretty pen to look at, but I think that my Platinum is just my favorite because I think of all my pens, it really is the smoothest. Oh my gosh, yeah. I can tell a huge difference. And I guess it's probably all in how it's ground down here. I'm a very entry level, so I think there's a way to adjust this, but I don't know how, and I wouldn't want to. That would scare me. This isn't inked up, so I can't show it to you. And I haven't used this in a long time, so hopefully it writes okay. Oh yeah. Crazy, huh? I haven't used it in like 4 months and it just writes immediately. So I really don't have anything bad to say. And it actually, now that I'm writing with it, it's really, really smooth. I just need to dump this ink and put a different one in there, and then I'll be happier with it. So anyway, that is it. That was everything that was in my pen pouch. I do take this everywhere with me. When I go camping, it goes on the camper with us. And because I have a baby, I'm getting much, much, much better at keeping it zipped up because he hasn't figured out how to zip yet. So that keeps everything safe. I can't tell you how many pens he's destroyed. I've just learned to not get upset about it and deal with it because ultimately it's my fault. But that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll have all the links down below, and I will see you next time. Bye!